All right, hey everyone. Today we're going to talk about an instrument you've heard pretty much everywhere, from huge movie scores to your favorite songs on the radio. Yep, we're diving into the trumpet. And trust me, its story is way cooler than you might think. So, think about this. How does something as basic as an animal horn level up to become a total music icon? It's like an epic video game quest, from level 1 to legend, and we're going to follow the whole thing. So let's rewind way, way back. In ancient times, the first trumpets were basically just animal horns or big seashells. They were used for signaling across long distances, kind of like the world's first text message. Then, during the Middle Ages, they got an upgrade to these long, straight metal tubes for, fancy royal ceremonies. And today, it's this high-tech, super complex brass instrument that you hear in almost every style of music you can imagine. Okay, but when you look at one, it's really just a bunch of twisted metal pipes, right? So how on earth does it make that powerful, amazing sound? It's definitely not as simple as just blowing into it like a recorder. The whole secret, and you might not believe this, comes down to one thing: the buzz. Yep, seriously, that's the engine that starts it all. A player presses their lips into the mouthpiece and makes a buzzing sound, almost like a bee. That little vibration is the spark that gives the trumpet all its power. So here's the play-by-play. Step 1, you buzz your lips. Step 2, that buzz makes all the air inside the long metal tube start vibrating like crazy. And finally, step 3, the big bell at the end acts like a built-in megaphone, grabbing that tiny buzz and blasting it out as that awesome trumpet sound we all know. But wait, there's a catch. If you just buzz, you can only play a handful of different notes, kind of like an old army bugle. To unlock the trumpet's full potential and actually play real songs, you need what is basically the ultimate cheat code. And that cheat code is the valves. Those 3 little buttons on top, they are total game changers. Without them, you're stuck. But with them, you suddenly unlock every single note you could possibly want to play. Pushing them down changes the length of the tubing the air travels through. It turns the trumpet from a simple horn into a high-tech controller for sound. So, once the trumpet unlocked all its notes, it was ready to find its crew, to join some serious musical teams. And it didn't just join them, it pretty much became the star player. First up, its original crew, the orchestra. You'll usually see the trumpets sitting way in the back, but you can't miss them. They're the powerhouses. They get called in to add all the drama and excitement, and their sound can slice right through the entire orchestra. But then the trumpet discovered jazz, and this is where everything changed. It went from being the muscle in the back to being the lead singer right out front. Players like Louis Armstrong and Miles Davis used it to express so much emotion, making it sound like it was singing or even crying in these incredible improvised solos. It became the voice of the band. And then came the big band era. Now, imagine not just one trumpet, but a whole squad of them all playing together. That's a trumpet section. They worked together to create this massive, energetic wall of sound that was made for getting people up and dancing. And seriously, it didn't stop there. Think about it. That sharp, catchy hook in a pop song, that could be a trumpet. That groovy rhythm in funk music, trumpet. The band leading the charge at a football game, you better believe trumpets are right at the front. It's literally everywhere. Okay, so what if you wanted to start this quest? What does it actually take to learn this thing? What's the first level like? So what's the #1 biggest challenge? The final boss, if you will, for anyone starting out. Is it reading the music? Learning which buttons to push? Nope. It's something you probably wouldn't even guess. It's this weird word, the embouchure. It's just a fancy name for all the tiny muscles around your lips. Getting those muscles strong enough to buzz the right way for a long time and to hit high notes, that's the real challenge. It's exactly like grinding in an RPG to level up your character's strength. It just takes a lot of time and daily practice. So once you've done your grinding and leveled up your embouchure, you can start to customize your sound. And to do that, you've got to equip some special items that can totally change how the trumpet sounds. These items are called mutes, and they're basically like different social media filters, but for sound. You stick them in the bell of the horn. A straight mute gives you a really sharp, bright, kind of tinny sound. A cut mute makes the sound super soft and muffled. And the Harmon mute, that's the one that gives you that iconic, buzzy, wah-wah sound you've heard in a million cartoons and old-school jazz tunes. So when you step back and look at the whole story, it's pretty wild.
This instrument has been with us for thousands of years. It went from a simple horn used on a battlefield to this incredibly expressive instrument at the very heart of so much of our music.
So, if there's one big thing to take away from all this, it's this. The trumpet's amazing journey shows how a super simple idea, just buzzing your lips, can grow into a powerful, versatile voice that has literally helped shape the music we all listen to today. I mean, its sound has been the soundtrack for everything, from ancient battles and royal courts to smoky jazz clubs and huge stadiums. It has defined entire eras of music, which kind of leaves you with one last question to think about. What new sounds will it make? And what story is it going to tell next?